It is Wednesday, it's the 13th of February. I'm Monita Rajpal. This is CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. He announced his resignation 2 days ago. Today, he explained why. For the first time since that announcement, Pope Benedict XVI greeted the Catholic faithful at the Vatican and received a loud and lengthy ovation. Later, the Pope will celebrate Ash Wednesday Mass in St. Peter's Basilica. This will be one of his last engagements as pontiff. Senior international correspondent Jim Bitterman joins us now from Rome. And Jim, a lot of people will be looking, or will probably have been looking at the pontiff to see how he appeared, if he did appear to be frail and weak at this time.
In fact, I think he looked pretty good this morning, Monita. He spoke for about 20 minutes, and you had a brief...
All right, Jim, thank you. Jim Bitterman there in Rome. Let's bring you up to date on some of the other stories we're following here at CNN News Center. Afghan officials say 10 civilians have been killed by a NATO airstrike on a Taliban hideout. The governor of Kunar province in the east of the country says 5 children and 4 women were among the dead. 3 Taliban commanders were also reportedly killed. The attack coincided with U.S. President Barack Obama's State of the Union pledge to withdraw 34,000 U.S. troops from Afghanistan within a year. We will, of course, have more on that just a little bit later on in the show. 16 insurgents have been killed during an attack on a military base in southern Thailand. Officials say a number of Thai troops were injured when 50 to 60 attackers stormed the base under the cover of darkness. Southern Thailand has been home to a Muslim separatist insurgency for most of the past decade. Australia's lower house has passed a bill to create an act of recognition of the country's indigenous people. Now, that paves the way for a constitutional referendum that would recognize them as Australia's original inhabitants. The bill now goes to the upper house, where it is expected to be voted into law. An Italian magazine is publishing photos of a bikini-clad Duchess of Cambridge that reveal her baby bump. The pictures will come out despite Catherine's objections. Key magazine says the pictures were snapped while Catherine and Prince William were on holiday. Catherine is in her 4th month of pregnancy. Investigations in Europe's food scandal are moving forward after police in Britain raided a slaughterhouse and a meat processing plant. They want to know how and why horse meat ended up in food sold as beef. Right now in Brussels, ministers from several countries are discussing how governments should respond. The scandal surfaced last month in Ireland when horse meat was discovered in frozen beef burgers. Similar cases have since come to light in the UK. British retailers said the offending products came from a company in France which pointed the finger at a meat supplier in Romania. Thank you, Nick Robertson there in London. You are watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. You're watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. Hello. I'm Monita Rajpal. Just hours after North Korea conducted its 3rd nuclear test in 7 years, U.S. President Barack Obama used his State of the Union address to outline the possible consequences. Pyongyang said Tuesday that the test was a defensive measure against the U.S., but warnings from President Obama and other world leaders have fallen on deaf ears before. CNN's Anna Coren joins us now from South Korea, arguably out of the country with most to fear from increased tensions with the North.
Well, Monita, that's exactly right. We're here in Seoul with something like 10 million people living in the capital.
Right, Anna, thank you for that. Anna Coren there, live for us from Seoul. And we do apologize for that technical glitch we saw there. A desperate 9-day manhunt appears to have ended near Los Angeles. Authorities say they have found charred human remains in the ruins of this house. A LA police officer is now suspected of killing 4 people. Let's bring you the latest now on a night of drama in Southern California. We take you live to Paul Verkaman, who is in Big Bear for us. And Paul, how much longer will we know whether or not this indeed is Christopher Dorner?
Well, every single sign right now points to this being Dorner because he was seen...
Thank you for that, Paul Verkaman there, reporting to us from California. You are watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. You're watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. Madrid is the center of the football universe at least for a day, as Spanish champions Real get ready to host Manchester United in the Champions League. Amanda Davis has more now from London. Amanda.
Hi, Monita. Yeah, it's certainly the tie of the round in the Champions League last 16 later on Wednesday. Well, might well be in action in that second leg in a couple of weeks' time.
There's definitely something to look forward to in that, Amanda. Thank you very much. A crippled cruise liner with more than 3,000 passengers adrift in the Gulf of Mexico is finally en route to dry land. Meteorologist Maya Ramos is at the World Weather Center with a change in the weather that might make things even more uncomfortable for those on board, Mari.
Oh, it sounds terrible, right, Monita? To think that something else, they're finally getting towed. The ship...
Yeah, a bit rough going there. All right, Mari, thank you very much. You are watching CNN News Center. I'm Monita Rajpal, live from CNN Hong Kong. Thank you for joining us. We'll update you the news headlines in just a couple of minutes.
This is the #1 international news brand. This is CNN.